Dragon Ball Deep Dive. Bulma's Inventions. The Dragon Ball Radar is a silver handheld device capable of locating the Earth's Dragon Balls within a reasonable distance. When an orb is detected, the radar makes a beeping noise, and the display shows a pulsing pin location nearby on a green grid that can be zoomed into by clicking the button at the top of the device. Its only function is to find the Dragon Balls, so it's not like a compass or a watch, even though it may look like it. The Dragon Balls constantly emit an electromagnetic pulse, which the Dragon Ball radar locks onto in order to reveal their location. Emperor Pilaf once created a box that could conceal the location of the Dragon Balls. This only worked because the box was made out of a metal that interferes with the electromagnetic signal that the Dragon Balls emit. Other Dragon Ball radars existed prior to Bulma's invention of a handheld radar. The Red Ribbon Army is seen using one, and Emperor Pilaf owned one as well. It is unknown who invented these, but they are implied to have been in existence before Bulma created her own. This invention really shows how capable Bulma is as a scientist, because her device was more accurate than the Red Ribbon Army's radar, with the distinct advantage of being portable as well, rather than stationary. The Red Ribbon Army and Emperor Pilaf both have access to a lot of money and resources, so it's crazy to think that a 14-year-old girl invented a better version of a device that only the Red Ribbon Army and Pilaf owned at the time. Upon learning about the existence of planet-sized Super Dragon Balls, Bulma immediately began working on a radar that would be able to track the location of these Super Dragon Balls across the universe. Bulma's Super Dragon Ball radar is considerably larger than the first version. The digital display shows a large part of the universe. However, in order to find all the Super Dragon Balls, Bulma needed to fly off of planet Earth with Jacko so that the radar could detect the orb, because Earth is on the edge of the universe. Monaka pointed out a flaw with the radar. Although the radar has a two-dimensional display, the user needs to be looking at the map through a three-dimensional perspective. When you're looking for the Earth's Dragon Balls, you're only going to be able to travel in the 4 cardinal directions to find the orbs, as opposed to the Super Dragon Balls that reside in outer space. To look for these, you may need to travel in any direction in 3-dimensional space. On planet Namek, Bulma was lonely, wishing she could talk to someone, so she invented a device that attaches like a collar, and when wearing it, your speech will be translated from any language to English. Bulma unknowingly put it on the frog Ginyu was changed into. With the newfound ability to speak English despite being a frog, Ginyu seized this opportunity to enact his body change technique with Bulma. By taking over her body, he felt he had the upper hand on the Z-Fighters, who would be morally conflicted about hurting a villain inside Bulma's body. As Bulma, Ginyu attempted to body change with Piccolo when realizing that Bulma's body is not one of a fighter. Meanwhile, Gohan figures out that the frog is Bulma and throws the frog at the body change beam, interrupting the process, putting Ginyu back into the frog body. The Size Changer is a device that looks like a watch at first sight. It makes you small, and this could be useful if you need to hide or escape through a small crevice, but Master Roshi found that he could use it to spy on Bulma while she used the bathroom. He tried to hide in the bathroom, but ended up slipping into the toilet bowl and getting flushed. Krillin hunted down the blueprints for the androids, and it was discovered that the androids carry a bomb in their chest, so with the help of her father, who is also a genius, they were able to decipher all of Dr. Gero's notes. With this analysis, they were able to construct a device that would disable the bombs in the androids. The device was a good solution for the problem. However, in order for it to work, the button would need to be pressed within a very close range of the androids. This was a dangerous task because the androids were notoriously powerful and callous. Krillin decided not to use the remote on Android 18 when the opportunity arose because he had conflicting feelings about her character and the fact that she's beautiful. He destroyed the remote, much to the confusion of everyone around him. It was short-lived, but this was one of the coolest things she had ever invented. The time machine was invented by Bulma of the future. In a desperate attempt to undo this dark future Earth was cursed with, she gathered everything she needed to construct it in a time when resources were extremely limited. The fuel for the time machine is a blue glowing liquid that takes a long time to collect, especially in the future. The time machine is built tall and stands upright, taking off straight up into the air. It flies kind of like a spaceship, but it doesn't have high-speed capabilities, just the ability to traverse timelines. A huge bright light shines when the time travel function is activated, right before it disappears. The machine is also moderately delicate. It's not a heavily armored vehicle by any means, so it is vulnerable to being destroyed or damaged, as it has been on several occasions. When the machine was destroyed by Goku Black, Bulma was able to use her future notes to repair all the damage, although it took her a while to understand and conceptualize the ideas that her future self had written out. Bulma wrote hope on the side of the time machine because the time machine was the only thing she could think of that could actually make a difference in their dire situation. Unfortunately, due to the nature of time travel, the dark future wasn't fixed by going back into the past. The only thing they were able to fix was the future of a separate timeline. The Blutz Wave machine isn't canon because it is in Dragon Ball GT, but I will mention it here because it does represent Bulma's genius very well. Being Vegeta's wife, she would obviously want to support him so he could be as strong as possible. This invention is the reason he was able to turn into a Super Saiyan 4. The Blutz Wave machine is a silver and gray tank-like vehicle with 2 satellite dishes up at the top. It shoots out a green ray of Blutz waves, acting as an artificial moon. Bulma gifted Gohan a watch that can change your clothes into the Great Saiyaman outfit. This allowed for much quicker changes for Gohan whenever he needed to disguise himself as the Great Saiyaman. Bulma also invented a candy that causes the consumer to use the bathroom upon a word command. She used this on Oolong, so he would always have to do what she says. When she was a child, 5 years old to be exact, she invented a ray gun. She showed this ray gun to Jacko, the Galactic Patrolman, and he was so impressed with it that he recommended her to join the Galactic Patrol when she grows up. Jacko being impressed by the ray gun speaks volumes on Bulma's genius because he comes from a technologically advanced society whose capabilities far exceed human technology. Now that we've covered Bulma's inventions, let's talk about Bulma's technological feats. Future Bulma developed a cure to the heart condition Goku died from so that Trunks could deliver it to past Goku and prevent his death. Goku's heart condition was more common in the future, so there was a cure already invented, but Bulma was able to recreate it for Goku, and this wasn't easy because, as you know, the future has scarce resources. It's unknown how long it took to develop this cure or how she went about it, but she successfully accomplished this and cured Goku of his heart condition. As a child, she flew Jacko's spaceship with high proficiency after it was repaired. Even as an adult, she's extremely adept at flying or driving any vehicle. This includes Namekian spaceships. She figured out that Piccolo's ship is voice activated in the Namekian language. Eventually, she taught herself the language and learned how to easily control everything inside the ship. When given a broken Saiyan scouter, she was able to repair it so it can work again. But the text on the display showed up in an alien language, so she reconfigured it to show English. Bulma also repaired Android 16 with her father. In the process, they discovered a bomb inside of him that they deemed a threat, so they removed it. Although they meant well, Android 16 needed to detonate that bomb to destroy Cell, but he was unable to because they removed it, making him lose the only leverage he had against Cell. Some people think that Bulma and her father made a mistake by removing that bomb, because they think the bomb could have been the thing to destroy Cell. But the reason they removed it is because they realized the bomb was powerful enough to potentially destroy the entire Earth. Bulma has also recreated Saiyan armor to be more durable and stretchy than the kind Vegeta originally came to Earth with. Her ability to come up with new inventions is the reason she remains relevant in Dragon Ball, despite not being a fighter herself. In Dragon Ball, most characters are pushed to the background because Goku and Vegeta run the show. Bulma is never a background character though. She always finds a way to help the Z Fighters with new ideas and gadgets. Her inventions have made a huge impact on the story, beginning with the initial Dragon Ball radar and going even further with the invention of the time machine. Thanks for watching!